The angels have an important message for you today. There is someone in your life who is facing a struggle that you may not fully understand yet, but your role in their journey is far more significant than you realize. The reason you have been drawn to hear these words is no coincidence. In ways both subtle and profound, the angels have been guiding you toward this moment, preparing your heart to recognize when another soul needs your light. Think about the times you felt an inexplicable heaviness when a certain person crossed your mind, or the moments when their name or face appeared in your thoughts more often than usual. These are not random occurrences. They are gentle nudges from the angels, urging you to pay closer attention. A sudden feeling of concern, a dream that highlights their presence, or a recurring memory you cannot shake. These experiences are the universe's way of pointing you towards someone who may be suffering in silence. You may have noticed that recently, signs from the spiritual realm have been appearing more frequently. Perhaps you've seen feathers where you wouldn't expect them, or certain numbers seem to follow you, repeating themselves in your daily life. These patterns and symbols serve as subtle language from the angels, encouraging you to tune in and understand that you have a part to play in another's healing. It might feel overwhelming, but trust that you have been chosen for a reason. Your own qualities, your empathy, your intuition, your capacity for patience are exactly what this person needs now. As you consider who it might be, let your heart guide you. Perhaps it's someone who has recently seemed distant or whose usual spark feels dimmer. Maybe a friend, family member, or even a colleague has crossed your mind without explanation. The angels ask you not to dismiss these impressions. Instead, honor them. Reflect on the last conversation you shared, or the emotions that surface when you think of them. Chances are your intuition is calling out to you, pointing you toward the individual who needs your support most. It might be that their struggle is emotional, an ache of loneliness, grief, or anxiety lying just beneath the surface of their smiles. Or it could be something more tangible, like financial burdens or professional stress they're afraid to share. There is also the possibility that their pain is spiritual, a sense of disconnection or a loss of faith that leaves them feeling adrift. Whatever form their hardship takes, know that your angels are reassuring you. You can make a difference. You have been chosen not because you must bear their pain, but because your presence can help them remember that they are loved and seen. By extending understanding, you act as a bridge between them and the angelic guidance that surrounds us all. Even if you don't have all the answers, your willingness to listen without judgment, to be a comforting presence, can bring light to their darkness. The angels encourage you to open your heart and allow compassion to guide your actions. They want you to remember that your help does not require grand gestures. Sometimes the simplest acts of kindness carry the greatest weight. You might start by offering a quiet moment of understanding, a few honest words of encouragement, a gentle reminder that they are not alone. The angels want you to be mindful that true support does not always come in the form of solutions. Instead, it often appears as a listening ear or a safe space where fears can be expressed without shame. As you step into this role, the angels also urge you to remain balanced. It is natural to feel the pull to give all you can, but remember that you must guard your own energy. To truly help, you must be grounded and protected, ensuring that their struggle does not become your burden. Take a moment each day to center yourself. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and visualize a soft, glowing light encircling you. In this light, you are safe, guided, and supported by angels who ensure that as you help others, you are also helping yourself grow in love and compassion. If you feel unsure of how to begin, start quietly. Perhaps offer a prayer for their well-being, envisioning them bathed in healing light. In your mind's eye, see this light lifting their troubles, soothing their pain, and gently nudging them toward hope. Hold this image for a few breaths, knowing that even as you imagine this scene, the angels are amplifying your intentions. Then, when the time feels right, consider reaching out. A kind message, a comforting word, or an invitation to talk can open doors they may have believed were closed. Your mere acknowledgement of their struggle can reassure them that they matter. Maybe you'll sense the exact words they need. or perhaps you'll simply be present while they find their own words. Trust your intuition. The angels have chosen you because they know you possess the sensitivity and insight to offer what this person requires, even if it's simply your presence. In doing this work, you also learn important lessons about yourself. Through supporting someone else's healing, you deepen your empathy, stretch your understanding, and reinforce your faith in the unseen guidance around us all. As you connect more with the angels, you strengthen your ability to sense their influence, not just in moments like these, but in all aspects of your life. You become more attuned to subtle signs and more confident in following the prompts you receive from the spiritual world. This experience can transform both of you. The one you help may begin to shed their struggle like a heavy cloak, stepping forward with renewed courage and hope. You, in turn, grow more trusting of your inner compass, more aware of the angelic hands that support you through every challenge. In this shared journey, you both learn that help is never one-sided. Even as you give, you receive. Even as you guide, you are guided. And in this divine exchange, you discover that you too are cherished and never alone. Yet it's important to understand that this person's struggle might not be immediately visible. They could be wearing a brave face, going about their daily routines as if everything is fine, yet beneath that surface there might be heartbreak, exhaustion, or fear. Their pain could be rooted in emotional wounds, old grief that never healed, anxieties they cannot name, or a deep loneliness that they've learned to hide. Sometimes it's financial or professional worries that weigh them down, leaving them uncertain of how to move forward. In other cases, the struggle is spiritual in nature, a feeling of being disconnected from their own purpose, uncertain of who they are or why they are here. These questions can gnaw at the soul, casting a shadow over every other aspect of life. Your role isn't to dissect their problem or to demand explanations. Instead, you are called to offer what you can: compassion, understanding, and a gentle reminder that help exists. Think of yourself as a steady light shining in their darkness. You don't need to know every detail of their pain to radiate warmth. Simply acknowledging that they may be suffering is a powerful first step. They might not be ready to share. They might need time to trust that someone truly cares. Your consistent kindness, however small, can help them feel safe enough to open up when they are ready. As you move forward, the angels encourage you to consider spiritual support first. Send a quiet prayer into the universe, asking that this person's burdens be lifted and their path illuminated. Visualize them surrounded by soft, healing light, which gently dissolves their fears and sorrows. Imagine this person feeling supported and loved, even if they have yet to speak their truth. As you hold this vision, know that the angels magnify your good intentions, carrying them into the subtle realms where shifts in energy and understanding occur before they appear in the physical world. On the emotional level, your attentive presence matters more than you may realize. You might begin by asking a simple question: how are you truly? In a tone that invites honesty. Be prepared to listen without judgment, without rushing to fill the silence. Sometimes people feel compelled to keep up appearances because they fear that their pain is too much for others to bear. Show them, through your patience and gentle spirit, that you can hold space for their truth. If they share even a small part of what troubles them, acknowledge their courage. Your genuine respect and empathy can help ease their sense of isolation. If the moment calls for it, consider extending practical help. Sometimes a small gesture, a ride to an appointment, a comforting meal, an offer to help solve a problem can provide immediate relief. Let them know you're not offering out of pity, but because you genuinely care. Your kindness is a reflection of divine guidance at work, and by following these intuitive nudges, you honor the angels who have called you to be an instrument of love. In this way, you become part of a sacred exchange, where everyone involved can find healing and growth. As you give of yourself, remember to protect your own energy. It's natural to want to do everything you can, but you must remain balanced and whole to be of genuine service. Before you extend help, take a quiet moment for yourself. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and imagine a radiant, protective light around you. This light allows love to flow out and compassion to flow in, but it prevents any heaviness from clinging to your spirit. In doing so, you remain strong and resilient, ensuring that your efforts uplift both of you rather than weigh you down. If you feel uncertain about how to maintain these energetic boundaries, remember that your angels are here to guide and protect you as well. A simple prayer, whispered or silently spoken, can make all the difference. Angels, please guide me as I help this person and keep both of us surrounded by your healing light. This request acknowledges your willingness to give and your right to remain safe and supported. You may be amazed at how much lighter and more confident you feel once you invite angelic aid into your interactions. The process of helping another soul through their struggle is not about fixing them. Healing is a deeply personal journey, and the angels know this. Your role is to be present, to be an anchor of love in their stormy seas. By offering compassion, understanding, and perhaps practical help, you help this person remember that they are never truly abandoned or forgotten. The angels want you to know that their path, as difficult as it may seem, is a necessary part of their own evolution. Your influence doesn't take away their challenges, but it can help them find the courage and hope to face them. Over time, you may notice subtle changes. Perhaps their voice sounds lighter, or they seem less guarded. Maybe their eyes hold a bit more warmth, or they share small pieces of their truth more openly. These signs may be delicate and gradual, but each one is meaningful. It means that your kindness is touching their heart, whispering to them that life holds more possibility than their pain would have them believe. This process might also reveal something new about yourself. You may find strengths you didn't know you had, greater patience, deeper empathy, or an enhanced ability to sense when something is amiss. You may discover that your connection to the angels grows stronger as you follow their guidance, trusting the instincts and insights they send your way. In helping another person, you partake in a beautiful spiritual exchange that enriches you both. The angels know that the more we uplift one another, the more our collective light shines, and the more easily we all find our way back to love. Remember that this is not a one-time endeavor. Challenges take time to resolve, and healing seldom follows a straight path. Your consistent willingness to be there, even in small ways, builds trust and nurtures hope. As you continue to stand by them, guided by angelic presence, you can watch their gradual transformation unfold. In the days and weeks that follow, you may begin to see subtle shifts in the person you've been supporting. Perhaps their posture becomes a bit straighter, their laughter more genuine, or a gentle spark returns to their eyes. Even if these changes are slight, know that they are meaningful indicators of transformation. Your compassionate presence has helped remember that there is goodness in this world, that love is real love, and that not all struggles must be carried alone. Through your steady kindness, the angels are working quietly, assisting them in moving toward a place of greater peace and understanding. Sometimes the signs of their healing will come in unexpected ways. Maybe they open up about a part of their past they've never shared before, allowing that hidden hurt to finally breathe. Or perhaps they start taking small steps to improve their situation. A call made, an appointment set, a decision embraced. It's not your responsibility to track their progress meticulously. The angels encourage you to trust in the natural flow of divine timing. Each step they take, however humble, is part of a larger journey orchestrated by forces beyond what either of you can fully comprehend. Trust that your supportive actions, no matter how gentle, are creating a ripple effect. Your uplifting words or patient listening can inspire them to pass on kindness to someone else, or to approach their own life with more hope. It is this quiet chain of compassion that the angels celebrate. They see how one kind act can influence another life, and then another, weaving together a tapestry of healing and growth that extends far beyond this one relationship. As you continue to support them, remain open to the possibility that your involvement might naturally evolve. In some cases, as they regain their footing, they might need less direct help. Instead, they may simply appreciate knowing that you're there if they stumble again. In other cases, you might find that your bond deepens as they begin to trust you with their fears and dreams. Whatever the shape of this path, the angels remind you that all of it is guided by a higher wisdom. Sometimes you are meant to play a brief but impactful role in another's life. Other times, you will stay for the long haul, witnessing their transformation from darkness toward a more radiant light. When doubts arise and you wonder whether your efforts truly matter, remember that your willingness alone is a gift. Many people pass through life unaware of others' pain, offering only superficial pleasantries. You have chosen to do more. This choice aligns you with angelic purpose, placing you in harmony with the currents of love and healing that flow through the universe. Your presence, your understanding, and your faith in better days ahead become a beacon that guides this person through their storms. In moments when progress seems slow or uncertain, trust in divine timing. Life rarely unfolds on our preferred schedule, but that does not mean it fails to unfold perfectly. The angels see the larger pattern, and they know that each difficulty faced and each kindness offered has a reason and a season. As long as you remain open-hearted, patient, and compassionate, you fulfill your part in this divine design. Over time, you may realize that just as you helped another find their footing, you too have grown stronger, more sensitive, and more in tune with the gentle whispers of angelic guidance. As you continue on this path, you too will find yourself evolving in ways you may not have anticipated. By choosing compassion, by opting to reach out instead of turning away, you nurture qualities within yourself that help you grow closer to the angels and their gentle influence. Each time you listen patiently, each moment you encourage them to speak from the heart, you strengthen your own spiritual connection. This subtle refinement of empathy and intuition is a gift, a blessing that arises naturally as you accept the angel's guidance. Your link to these loving forces will deepen. You may start to notice signs and synchronicities with greater clarity, as though the language of the divine becomes easier to understand. Trust your instincts more freely. Feel how your sensitivity to the subtle shifts in energy around you becomes a valuable tool. The angels rejoice when you accept their help, and in turn, offer that help to someone who needs it most. This personal growth does not mean you must neglect yourself. On the contrary, the angels urge you to take time to replenish your own energy. Self-care allows you to remain a channel of clear, compassionate support. Honor your limits and grant yourself gentle breaks when needed. A moment of quiet, a deep breath, a short prayer of gratitude. These small acts restore your strength so that you can continue to be a source of comfort and understanding. By being there for another soul, you weave a tender bond of trust. It may show in the warmth of their eyes when they greet you, or in the peaceful silence that follows a heartfelt conversation. As they learn to trust your presence, they also learn to trust life a little more, to believe that kindness exists and that they are worthy of it. In this way, you help shift their perspective. They begin to see their struggle not as an endless burden, but as a phase that can pass, a challenge that can be met with courage and love. The angels understand that any step toward healing, no matter how small, creates ripples that extend beyond the individual. When you nurture another, you raise the vibration of your shared environment. You inspire hope that can quietly spread from one heart to another. Your actions demonstrate that even when pain or confusion clouds our lives, the warmth of compassion can clear a path forward. Remember, this journey is not about achieving a sudden miracle or solving all their problems at once. It's about offering steadiness where uncertainty lingers, calm where fear takes root, and reassurance where doubt intrudes. Your willingness to help is an active prayer answered by the angels, who guide you both into a more harmonious understanding of each other's worth. Know that your compassion uplifts you as much as it uplifts them. By choosing love, you become an instrument of healing in a troubled world, and in the quiet exchange of comfort and understanding, you draw closer to the angelic presence that surrounds us all. You may find, as time passes, that the person you've supported begins to show signs of genuine inner change. Perhaps they stand a bit taller, carrying themselves with a confidence that was once buried beneath worry. Maybe their voice holds a note of steadiness, or their eyes reflect a quiet hope instead of fear. These shifts need not be dramatic to be meaningful. Even the slightest improvement, a more relaxed smile, a calmer breath, a hint of gratitude, signals that your efforts, guided by angelic wisdom, have not been in vain. As you witness these changes, the angels ask that you remain patient. understanding that healing often unfolds in layers. If old doubts resurface or if they struggle again, do not be discouraged. Think of it as a slow blossoming of a flower that has long been in the shade. With your consistent warmth, that flower will learn to trust the sun's gentle light. Each setback is just another chance to reaffirm that your care is unwavering, not dependent on perfection or swift resolutions. Continue to hold the vision of them surrounded by healing light. Even if their journey meanders, that loving image remains a beacon, both for them and for you. The angels encourage you to believe deeply in their ability to become stronger, more resilient, and more at peace. As you strengthen this belief, your presence naturally conveys it, offering reassurance that becomes a quiet anchor in their turbulent thoughts. Your support may also inspire them to reach out to others in need. Kindness and understanding are contagious. By showing them what it means to be genuinely cared for, you plant a seed that may one day grow into their own desire to help someone else. In this way, your compassion initiates a cycle of giving and healing that expands far beyond the two of you, touching hearts you may never meet. At the same time, observe the lessons you've learned throughout this experience. Perhaps you've discovered a greater trust in your intuition, recognizing how those subtle nudges led you to act at just the right moment. Maybe you feel more connected to the angelic realm, sensing their presence in quiet flashes of insight, or in a peaceful stillness that settles within you as you offer comfort. Cherish these insights. They are precious reminders that the world holds more wisdom, more grace, and more love than we often realize. Know that your efforts have woven new threads into the tapestry of your own life. Helping someone through difficulty broadens your perspective on what it means to be human. It reminds you that beneath our differences, fears, and struggles lies a shared vulnerability and a shared capacity for growth. This understanding can guide you not only in helping this one individual, but also in embracing a kinder, more empathetic stance toward all beings you encounter. In the quiet satisfaction that comes from witnessing another's gradual healing, you find confirmation that the angels have been with you both along the way. They celebrate every act of support and every step toward wholeness. In their gentle smiles, you sense approval and encouragement, knowing that you have carried out a mission entrusted to you by divine hands. As you draw this message to a close, remember that your role in this person's life is part of a grander tapestry. The angels have brought you together at this time for reasons that may stretch far beyond what you currently understand. Through this process of giving, you have received. Through helping them find their way, you have discovered more of your own strength and purpose. Even as you step back and let their journey continue, know that what you have done matters. Your compassion, faith, and kindness echo through both seen and unseen realms. You have recognized their struggle, offered spiritual and emotional support, and taken steps to ensure your own energy remains protected. You have trusted divine timing, observed the subtle signs of transformation, and embraced the lessons each twist in this story has revealed. Most importantly, you have proven that love can bridge any distance, shine through any darkness, and spark hope where it was once lost. The angels celebrate your willingness to heed their call. They ask you now to reaffirm your trust in the process by speaking from your heart. Perhaps you will say silently, "I embrace this role I've played, and I trust that we have both grown from this experience." Let that declaration seal this chapter, infusing it with calm acceptance and gratitude. If you feel moved to share, write, "I am ready to offer love and support," acknowledging that your actions have been inspired by angelic guidance. By doing so, you welcome further blessings, further insights, and further opportunities to bring comfort and understanding into the world. You need not worry about what the future holds. The angels will continue to send you where you are needed, illuminating the path one step at a time. When doubt arises, recall the progress you've seen, no matter how subtle. When uncertainty strikes, remember the quiet force of compassion that flows through you. The angels are always near, encouraging you to trust their gentle whispers and the nudges of your intuition. And when you gaze upon the person you've helped, know that you were part of something meaningful and profound, a subtle but powerful reminder that no struggle is faced alone, and no heart goes unheard by divine ears. In the end, this experience affirms that you are, and always have been, connected to something greater than yourself. Your willingness to listen, to care, and to act from love places you in harmony with celestial currents of guidance and grace. The angels hope you recognize your worth, your potential, and your capacity to inspire healing in others. As you continue on your own journey, carry this knowledge gently in your heart. You have answered a divine call. You have made a difference. And in doing so, you have grown closer to the angels who will forever watch over you.